Good evening, my name is Garrett, and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink is from Seven Brothers Distilling Company. This is their American malt whiskey, coming in at a 45% ABV. No official age statement on the bottle. So for full disclosure, I reached out to Seven Brothers Distilling Company for a review sample. They were kind enough to send over this for us to take a look at and to review. So, just keeping that transparency open. So Seven Brothers Distilling Company is actually based out of Ohio. And what they're doing in their American malt whiskey is they have a mash bill comprised of 3 different malts with a little bit of soft red winter wheat in there. It goes through their vacuum still, and then they're aging this in small casks as well. So very craft-like. I love seeing that. One of the things I love talking about on this channel is craft whiskey because it's the unsung hero in my opinion. And being said, we don't see... And what we're seeing here in the United States with distillers playing around with malt more and more, I'm really excited about talking about this one. So let's go ahead and hop into things. As always, we're going to be trying it 2 different ways. First way, neat, no ice, no water. Second way, we'll add just a drop of water, see if anything changes up. And as always, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hang around for a bit, become a member if you're interested. If you're interested in learning a little bit more about Seven Brothers Distilling Company, I will be putting a link to their website up above and down below, so you can check them out after the video, along with some links to their other reviews that I'm doing. So I have a couple of their bottles. A beautiful color. Definitely. I love that they're telling us that they're using the small casks on that. Because boy, oh boy, that is dark oaky colored. It's gorgeous in the glass. That is pretty. All right, let's go for notes. Oh, that is sweet maltiness going on. You do get a bit of that craft note. What I call the craft note is well-aged antique furniture with a big old layer of shellac on it, where it's been beautifully kept, passed down from generation to generation. But it's got this just a light bit of waxiness in there. The malt in here is, it smells like granola. Little vanilla sweetness in there too. Definitely deep, rich caramel, like homemade caramel notes going on. But that barley in there, I will say that malt in there is beautiful. It's very grain forward in maltiness. And you get, as you keep going back, you get even more and more richness going on. Maybe a little bit of an apple sweetness in there too. A little pepperiness, just a little bit. And that little bit of wheat they're putting in there, you get a bit of the wheat waxiness along with a little bit of wheat spice as well. If you've had any other kind of wheated bourbons, you'll know what I'm talking about. But there's just a bit of spice in there from the wheated side of things. And I've actually had a few different whiskeys using the red winter wheat. It's good stuff. All right, let's go for a taste. Luscious grain notes going on here. Man, this is right now. I was getting ready to talk and then the palate changed even more. So right up front, you're getting these grain, spicy, oaky, and a bit of charriness from the cask. Then it rolls into a bit of homemade caramel drizzled over some almost like homemade granola as well. So you have a sheet of granola, you drizzle a little bit of caramel over that just to add a little bit of sweetness in there. And then it takes a whole left turn, bringing across a malty chocolate note. There's no ABV, nothing harsh, no off notes. If this is younger whiskey in here, it doesn't come across in the taste. A little bit of sweet cinnamon going on my second sip here. Oh man, that chocolatiness. There is a beautiful chocolate note coming from that malt. It's almost like hot chocolate, and maybe I'm projecting a bit in here because it's, Christmas time and all that kind of stuff. But boy, oh boy, the granola notes are on point. That bit of honey in there as well, I'm kind of finding now. The wheat spice is in there. The oaky charriness is showing up. Little drop of vanilla extract going on in there. This is nice. I give them credit because small barrels can go south very quickly if you're not careful. Bring across a big bit of tannin notes, get very bitter in there. You don't get any of that kind of stuff. It is definitely, it reminds me of a lot of great single malts where you're just getting these beautiful barley grain notes going on, bit of spice. The fact that little bit of wheat characteristic in there just tweaks it enough to kind of stand out a little differently in the plane of the malts right now. I love that. And again, for me, that chocolate note is what seals the deal on this taste. That is perfect on that. I'm excited to see what happens with a little drop of water. Let's find out here. This will hopefully help us find some additional notes. Usually that's what happens when we add that drop of water. That chocolate linger. The amount of linger, it's still chocolatey. Almost, again, it reminds me if I just took a sip of hot cocoa and kind of, was sitting here talking to you, and I still got this linger of hot cocoa on the palate. All right, let's go for notes on the water version. Very similar. The big outlier here is this goes a little dialed back in the grain notes. You're still getting that kind of shellac on well-aged furniture, and you're still getting the characteristics of everything else, but if anything, the barley notes are kind of pulled back a bit compared to the neat version, and you instantly find them over here. Honestly, that's not bad either. It just makes it go a little more mellow. And if you're new to single malts, especially if you're used to bourbons and other American-style whiskeys, this might be a little brash for you, stepping into this realm, but that little drop of water can go a long way and just make it a little easier going on the nose. There's no ABV, nothing harsh, no off notes either. So let's go for taste. The wheat dominated that. Wow. There's the chocolate though. I love that chocolate note. Right up front, that wheat just dominated. Big ol' spicy and oaky. And it does go a little bit of, what's the word? A little bit more of the cinnamon note going on in there. A little bit more drier cinnamon. This was more sweet cinnamon, where this went more drier cinnamon. But you're getting this big old burst of wheat. And then it kind of drops off a little bit, going very mellow on the malts. And then that chocolate note shows up yet again. This is a fun ride. I like this. As always, it doesn't matter what you drink or how you drink it, as long as you enjoy it. That's a winner. That's second place, and that's definitely holding its own very, very well. All right, let's talk about market price, because we all know market price is market price, and it's always going to vary. So you can actually pick this up from the distillery and from their website as well for $50. I have nothing against that. That is a beautifully done American malt whiskey. The profile it's bringing across is very, very down home plate, and then you get this left turn of those deep, rich, chocolatey notes. That is gorgeously done. I'm a big malt fan. As you can see, I'm big into Scotch as well. But what America is doing right now in the malt section, I'm loving. And this is a prime example of a beautiful craft distillery playing around with malts. That little bit of wheat in there does go a long way. Big thumbs up on that one. If you're a malt lover, you need to grab this one. Highly recommended in my book. No regrets on recommending this one by far. And again, if you're interested in learning more about Seven Brothers Distilling Company, a link to their website will be down in the description area below. Go show them some love. So yeah, there you have it, folks. Seven Brothers Distilling Company, American Malt Whiskey. If you have any questions about the bottle itself, let me know down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer it. And if you have any specific spirits I should go looking for, also let me know down below. Love doing these reviews and sharing with you the experience at home. And as always, may your last drink of the night be the best one.
You know, I really like it might